doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this meditation. Welcome to this live meditation on a Monday morning. Hello, hello, how are you guys doing? Welcome to this meditation that we are doing on a Monday morning in December. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling rested. I hope the weekend was good for you. Hopefully you're not too hungover. We'll just wait for more people to join, if they are awake today. Hello there, hello there. Good morning. We're just going to wait for more people to join. But Sani Bonani Kunjani, welcome to this live guided meditation. Very glad that you're here to meditate on your heart chakra today. Good job for making it on a Monday morning at 7 o'clock. And I'm sure a lot of people are done with work now for at least this next few weeks, taking leave and everything. So waking up at this time to come and meditate, or being around to meditate at this time, good job. Good job for choosing yourself. We are meditating on the heart chakra. We're opening our heart center, and we're getting it ready for the rest of our lives, for 2023. We're getting ready to feel things. We're getting ready to be more vulnerable with ourselves, so that we can live deeper, more meaningful lives with ourselves and with the people that we care about. Our family, our friends, our boyfriends, our girlfriends, anybody and everybody that we hold dear and close to our heart. We have to be able to open it to let them in. Otherwise, they'll always feel like they're just like too far away, like their arms length away from you. And you'll never really get the juice of a connection with someone, because you're not at a level of connection with yourself that allows you to feel a level of connection that is deep with somebody else. The reason that happens is because we're scared most of the time. We're scared of the pain that might arise from allowing people too close to our hearts. Scared of being betrayed, scared of being let down, scared of being hurt. And likely that's because we were hurt and betrayed and let down before. Likely by our parents first, and then so on and so forth as we went on with life, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, family, whatever the case is. Because what happens when you get injured or when you get traumatized when you're young is it's a very weird thing that the mind does, where, especially if it has to do with love, if you get traumatized in terms of how you love and how you receive love, it's a very weird thing that the mind does. If you got traumatized between 0 to 7 or so, it recognizes that pain that you felt then when you were being given what you perceived as love is the only way that love can actually exist in your life. And what happens to that is you end up building on top of that very broken foundation, and then you start worrying and questioning yourself when you're an adult. Uti, Aibo, why do all my relationships end in the same way? Why am I always hurt in my relationships? Why am I always cheated on? Why am I always dating narcissists? Why am I always doing this and that and that and that and the former? That's because the love style that you learned from when you were young is repeating itself in your life right now. And you do not accept any other kind of love unless it looks like what you believe love is. So if you get healthy love, you reject it, because it does not look like the type of love that you're used to, the type of love that your body feels is safe and is known, which can be a toxic love. It's a very weird thing that the mind does. The mind is a very weird thing. But that's why we do this work, to unlearn a lot of the things that we learned when we were younger, and to reshape them and reform them so that we can live healthier, more fulfilling lives. So, if you've never done the work on realizing why you love what you love, or why you love the people that you love, and you're also realizing that a lot of your romantic relationships and maybe even your platonic relationships always have a particular signature to them, always move or begin and end in the same way, or have the same pattern in them. If you're realizing that and it's not a pattern that you want to continue, then this work is very important for you to connect deeper to your heart so that you can go deeper into your past and realize that, oh no man, ndayifunda kumama lento kanye ndayifunda kutata lento yokuba when somebody loves me they have to reject me, or when somebody loves me it has to be all about them, or when somebody loves me I have to give myself, or when somebody loves me they have to be all about me. You know, it can go either way. And if you don't like that anymore, you need to be able to change it. You need to be able to realize it first and foremost, and then do the work to shift your perspective on what love is for you, on what you tolerate as being something that is loving, on what you tolerate as giving love to people, on what you tolerate as love that is fulfilling to you. And then once you really download that idea for yourself, then you will start attracting people that give you that very same love that you say that you want. And then from there you can keep it moving. If it still doesn't fit, every time you get into romantic relationships, especially because those will show you who you are, especially in love. Every time we get into romantic relationships, we tweak it just a little bit. Either we tweak ourselves. In fact, we always tweak ourselves just a little bit, or maybe a lot, so that we can receive and give the love that we know we are capable of, that we know we deserve, that we know we're worthy of. That's why we're doing this work. That's why we're working on the heart chakra today. And I'm very glad you're able to join us today. How are you guys doing, by the way? Are you guys feeling good? Are you feeling rested? Are you feeling ready for this week? Are you guys still at work? Like, what's going on in your life? Good morning, Aurora, and happy Monday to you too. How are you feeling? Let me know. We'll start this meditation at like 7:15 or 7:20 while we have a young conversation here. So, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, if you don't love the way that you think you deserve, or you don't get the love that you think you deserve, stop crying about it for a second. Or cry about it now, and then after you cry, sit down with yourself. Uti, no man, there's this type of love that I want. There's this type of love that I have. Why is it not the same? What's the problem here? What's the real issue? And start working on solving the problem. Because if you complain about it forever, then it's not going to change. All that's going to happen is you're still going to have the same type of love that you don't want. And now you're always complaining about it, which makes your life even more miserable. You know, I complain a lot sometimes. And it helps in that I can get things out. But at a certain point, it's like, okay, man, I've complained enough now. I got to do something about this. I got to change it. Because I've said I don't like it so many times. I've said, oh no, this hurts. I've said, oh no, this situation is terrible. But then what am I doing to change the situation? What am I doing to remedy the situation? You know? And the inner work is good, but it's not enough. Because there's 3 levels of existence, or 4 levels of existence that we have access to. Which is your spirit, which is your thoughts, your emotions, and last but not least, your actions. So a lot of the time, spiritual teachers and even our minds, we tend to end at the thoughts, actually, not even the emotions yet. People don't like going into their emotions, I'll tell you that, because it's hard. We tend to end at our thoughts, but that's literally level 1 or level 2, depending on what you're thinking about, ironically. So we have to go deeper. So we take the thoughts. I am not worthy of love. This is what love is for me. I don't deserve happiness. Whatever your story is. Whatever your story is, find out, first and foremost. The next level is the emotion. When was the first time you felt the emotion that is connected to your story? What had happened that made you feel that way? When else did you feel that way? And when else do you feel that way when you get triggered in reality? And then how can you change that connection? And that's when we come to the actions. Actions are so important because those are the things that change the physical body. And that's where we store most of our trauma. So then the actions that you take where you're actively looking for different types of love or different types of emotional states that you're going to actively connect to your new story. So mhlambi your old story was, I don't deserve love. And then we'll figure out, okay, you'd say you don't deserve love. Tell me why. I don't deserve love because my mother said so. People say this. I'm telling you, mothers can be very detrimental to their children. I don't deserve love because my mother said so. Okay, cool. That's the story. That's the thought. When did she say so? What was happening? When did she say so the first time? What was happening the first time? And how did you feel the first time? Oh, she said I don't deserve love when I was 6 years old, when I broke her porcelain china. As a plate is bego pa for indwendwe, for guests that we never use as black people, but they're there in that cabinet. So maybe one day you were a kid, you were playing around and you dropped that whole cabinet and it all broke. That's a very highly emotional situation. I'll tell you that. As a black child, you know exactly the fear of God would be in you if you broke that cabinet. Then your mother found out. She came and was like, what? You stupid child, da 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 da. She says all types of hurtful things, and she says, you don't deserve my love because this and this and this. And that moment solidified your story in your head with an emotional connection in your heart. So you felt scared, you felt fearful, you felt rejected, and everything along those lines. And then you connected all those feelings to your idea of love. And now your idea of love is, I don't deserve love. Connected to that idea of fear and rejection, or the emotion of fear and rejection. So now when you grow older and you experience love that is open and free and patient with you, you're like, no man, what the hell is that? That's not love. That's boring. Where's the rejection, fam? Give me some rejection, because that's how I know love to be. That's how my mother taught me. It's deep. So what you have to do then is realize that that's the story you got. That's the emotion that connected that story and made it an anchor in your mind. And now the job is to change you up. The job is to figure out how to feel different emotions and create a new story. So the new story then might be, no man, I do deserve love. And then why? Why do you deserve love? I deserve love simply because I am alive. New story. Now we have to connect the emotion. And this is the action part of it. You have to go out. You have to write things down. You have to feel things. You go out and you search for love. Or you search for people that give you a type of love that confirms to you that simply because you're alive, you deserve to be loved. And you keep on doing that, and it's something that's going to take some time for you to change, because it's very strong emotions and these stories that we tell ourselves, especially if it comes from our childhood. The lower it is in our timeline, then the stronger it is in our minds. So then, you connect that new story to this new emotion. Maybe you find a friend that loves you just because of who you are, not because they want something, not because they're playing around with you, but just because they love being in your presence. And they're like, damn, you're a vibe, you are a vibe. And they love you wholeheartedly. And now you're connecting a new type of love. Oh no, this person loves me just because I am who I am. I am worthy of love. I deserve love. And then slowly but surely, you start to connect that story now. And then it starts to spill off in your romantic relationships. Then you meet someone that loves you just because. Now, the story is connecting. And you're undoing that thing that your mother did when you broke her plates. And even more powerful, maybe your mother's also done her own therapy. And you can go back to her and say, Mama, you remember when I dropped that cabinet of plates that you love so much, and you told me that I don't deserve love because whatever. Remember that? And your mom says, yo, hey, Umtanam, I remember that day. Yo, that was a long time ago. Why do you ask about it? And then you express, if you have a safe space to express it to your parents, or maybe you're rich now, so you don't care what your parents do to you. That's a true story. Money and black people. Once you have money, you have a lot of leeway to say a lot of things that have been on your heart, because now you're an independent adult to them in their eyes. So you say to your mom, "Yo, mama, the day you said that, it really messed me up. I felt rejected. I felt hurt. I felt this and that. And I told myself that I don't deserve love because that's what you told me." And hopefully your mother will be like, "Yo, Mdanan, that was a long time ago, and I'm sorry I told you that. Or I didn't mean it like that. Or I was just angry in that moment. No, I love you. And I love you because you're my child. I love you because of this." That will lift a weight off of your heart. I promise you this. These conversations are life-changing. It will lift the weight off of your heart, and it will immediately change the story in your mind. Why? Because you freed your younger self from the moment that it was frozen. That moment where you broke those plates, you got frozen in that moment because it was highly traumatic for you. And so you kept running with that for the rest of your life. But once you go talk to your mother, or once you meet someone that frees you or that can give you a different understanding of it, you open yourself up again and you can grow and become more. And now once you believe that you're worthy of love just because you are, and you feel it in your heart as well, then you can start getting deeper into that and giving love, and receiving love and living a deeper life. But this all starts with you being willing to step into your heart, to step into your emotions, to step into your stories, and then to do the work that is required to change them. Now that's going to be hard to do by yourself, of course. It's our stories. It's very difficult to change our own stories by ourselves. It's not impossible. I've done it myself. This is why I teach people with these things, because I don't want anyone to do it alone anymore. It's like, I've done the work for myself. I know the keys. So how about I just tell you, and how about I offer my services as well to help you walk through it. So it'll be quicker if you have a coach to help you, or a therapist to help you, or someone who's just really aware and loving in your life to help you walk through these emotions as you open up your heart. But the first step is that decision to open up your heart and to step into yourself, to remove all that pain, all that trauma, all the negative stories that we tell ourselves, guys. And then tell ourselves the real truth, or whatever we think the real truth is, which hopefully is only beautiful things. Is only things that will grow you, only things that will make you a high-level human being, an awakened being, full of love, open, free, light, just bright. You've seen people like that. You've seen people that are bright and light and love and everything. In fact, you might be that person yourself. But there's always more. You can dive into it even deeper. It's a decision away. And, well, it's not a decision away. It starts with a decision, and then it's the work that needs to be done. But it's possible for you. And this goes deep into even depression, even anxiety. Depression and anxiety is a state of mind. Clinical depression, or it might be to do with chemical imbalances, but that's usually a state of the spirit, which is a deeper conversation we'll have later. But depression and anxiety is usually a state of mind. What is a state of mind? It's a story that you're telling yourself. So notice that there's stories, there's emotions and experiences, and there's actions that you take based on your stories and your emotions. So depression and anxiety is a state of mind. A thought is in your head that's very deeply planted, AT123. And then you feel those emotions that you feel that are connected to that thought, or you don't feel the emotions because of that thought. And then the actions that you take are based on the emotions that you feel or you don't feel, which are based on the thoughts that you have and that you allow to run your mind. That's all depression and anxiety is. Some people say it doesn't exist. That's a little too far. I think it does exist, but we make it up. And not to say that it's not serious. Listen to me carefully. We're not saying that depression and anxiety is not serious stuff. It is. People kill themselves because of that shit. What I'm saying is we make it up in that you can always change your perspective of it and believe something else. That is literally always at your fingertips. That is literally always something you can do. Why? Because it's your brain, it's your heart, it's your body, it's your actions, it's yours. You have ownership over it. You have power over it. So you can always use that power to change it. And this is what I tell people a lot of the time when they're feeling depressed, and they want to kill themselves, for example. I say, you have the power to kill yourself, or you have the power to save yourself. Both decisions require a lot of power. Both decisions require a lot of conviction, because it's not easy to try and, if you've ever tried to murder yourself is a strong word. If you ever tried to unalive yourself, sorry about that, then you know that it takes a very big decision. It's not something that you come to it's something that you think about over time, and then you get to rock bottom, and then you get to a point where you're like, fuck it, this oyenza lento. That's a decision. That's a powerful move to kill yourself. It's not an easy thing. But with that very same power that you're using to unalive yourself, you can use it to save yourself. The difference is your perspective. The difference is it's either you're seeing a 6 or you're seeing a 9. But the number is the same. The decision is the same. The power that you have to decide for your life is the same. All you need is just that perspective shift. And you know, there is hope, and I can do this, or at least I can try. And then you start doing the work of trying to find help, trying to find answers, and then starting to go back and unravel and renew yourself. Someone said something very profound. We're going to start this meditation now. It's 22 minutes past 7. But I have to say this is very powerful that I heard the other day. Someone said, talking about teenagers. He's like, these teenagers are killing themselves. Why? He's like, teenagers feel like they want to die. And in fact, a lot of people, even my age, I sometimes feel like I wish, not that I want to die, but I wish I didn't exist, just for like a few days, Some will call that suicidal ideation, whatever. We'll get into that conversation later. But Uti, these teenagers want to die. But also these adults, they want to die as well. And he's like, that makes sense. You're supposed to want to die as a teenager, and even sometimes as an adult, but not in the physical world. It's a spiritual death that they are looking for. It's a spiritual death that you are looking for. You want to be renewed. You don't necessarily want to die. You rather want to be reborn into a different version of yourself, a livelier version, a realer version, a version that experiences the beauty in life. That's what you really want. You don't want it to end. You want it to be better. Because if you were living a good life, you wouldn't want your life to end, would you? If it was a good life, then there's no reason for your life to end. So the truth is, if you've been suicidal, whatever the case is, you don't actually want your life to end. You want the pain to end, not your life. Pain and your life is not the same thing. So what you need is a spiritual death and rebirth, not a physical death and rebirth. That blew my mind. I was like, yes, that makes sense, because we die spiritually all the time. And we renew ourselves spiritually all the time. But because sometimes our minds are closed to the fact that we have a spirit in the first place, we think that the feeling of death that we want has to do with this flesh. No, it's something deeper than the flesh. The flesh is just a housing for your spirit, which changes all the time. It changes about every 7 years, 5 years also. But the people confuse it, and they get lost, and then they unalive themselves physically. And after you've done that, there's no more chances in the physical realm for you. It's over for you, unless you fail at unaliving yourself, which is a blessing in disguise in itself. Because a lot of people that have not been able to kill themselves have realized, oh shit, I actually want to live. That was scary as fuck. I want to live. I don't want to die. It's just, But because they've taken that leap and they failed, their spirit was allowed to die as well. But by God's grace, or by whatever happened, their body survived, so their spirit was still able to be in their body. But if you want to unalive yourself, it's not your body that you want to kill. It's not your life, your physical life, that you want to end. You want to end the state that you're in. You want to be reborn. And rebirth is very, very accessible to you. You can even do it yourself. You don't even need anybody else to help you, honestly. If you were to go somewhere very quiet, like go into Eslalini with nobody around, no phones, no internet, just you, a notebook, a pen, and your thoughts, for 3 months, I swear to you, you will come back a different person. You will have to be reborn just by virtue of being alone with yourself and having to deal with your own shit. You will automatically become reborn. I'm telling you this now. So if you're ever thinking about unaliving yourself, if you still are thinking about unaliving yourself, remember that it's not the body that you want to kill. It's the current version of who you are that you want to kill. And you want a new version of yourself to rise. A version that lives better, that feels better, that loves life. Because deep down inside, I know you know that your life is worth it. Anyway, let us meditate, ladies and gentlemen. We're already very late. I hope everything I've just said makes sense, and I hope it's changed a perspective in one of the people that are listening. Hope it saved a life. And if you know somebody that might need to hear what I just said, go take it to yourself, write it in your journal, figure out how to put it in your own words if you understand it, and then go share it with this person. Maybe you'll be saving their life. Alright, let's get comfortable. Let's sit down, quiet place. Sit down and find the rhythm of your breath. Breathe in and breathe out in a certain pace, in a certain rhythm. Count your breaths. Slow everything down. Slow everything down. With your eyes still open. Alright, now we're going to breathe in. I'm going to count us down. We're going to close our eyes and go into our sacred space, our quiet place, our personal space. We're going to breathe in, close our eyes, and then breathe out. Remember, breathe into your stomach fully and breathe out fully. And also remember, the breath is the key to more life. Let's breathe in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Close your eyes and breathe out. Slow everything down. Time is also just a perspective. That's why people say time flies when you're having fun, or time moves slower when you're bored, because it's just how you perceive it. So you can slow down time right now with your breath. Slow down your breath, you slow down your time. Breathe in and out. Alright, we're going to do a breathing exercise. You know the drill if you've been here before. If you have not been here before, you're going to breathe at my pace. You're going to breathe deep into your stomach. You're going to exhale all the oxygen out at my pace. So we're going to breathe in at my count and at my pace. The aim of this game is to slow down your mind. Whenever you feel any sensations, whatever sensations you feel from this breathing exercise, lean into them, step deeper into them, into the tingling, into the whatever feelings in your chest, in your head, the lightheadedness. Step into it, and then allow yourself to drop into yourself, deeper into yourself. In 3, we're going to breathe in 3, 2, 1. Let's breathe. Breathe normally. Dive deeper into the sensations. And allow yourself to relax. Every place where you have tension in your body, relax, relax, relax. It's okay. Free yourself now. Going to breathe again in 3, 2, 1. Let's breathe. And breathe normally. Deep breaths. Drop everything now. Let everything melt away. Let everything disappear. Nothing else exists but the sound of my voice and the sound of this meditation. Let's breathe one more time. In 3, 2, 1. Let's breathe. And breathe normally. Sink into your sacred space. Into your quiet place. Sink deeper. Don't forget to breathe. And enjoy this meditation.
take a deep breath in through your nose and release slowly through your mouth. And another deep breath in through your nose and release slowly through your mouth. And one more breath in through your nose and release slowly through your mouth. Continue to take natural, gentle breaths. Focus your attention to the center of your chest, your heart chakra. Your chakra of compassion for self and others. Breathe deeply into this area and exhale slowly. You easily forgive yourself and easily forgive others. A glowing green light surrounds your heart chakra, filling you with trust, hope, harmony, faithfulness, and adventure. You openly receive love and give love. Feel your connection to being present. Breathe in love. Breathe out what no longer serves you. Feel the stillness of your body as you are surrounded by pure white light energy. Feel this energy surrounding you, deeply cleansing you, nourishing you, and energizing you. Breathe in this white light energy. Breathe out what no longer serves you. And now, take a deep breath in and release. And another deep breath in and release. And one more breath in and release. And take your time to bring your awareness back into the room.
Keep your eyes closed for me. Let's just sit in silence for a moment. Alright, now, eyes still closed. I'm going to say a few affirmations for our heart. yourself, just to set yourself in the direction that you wish to go. If you do not have affirmations, just affirm to yourself that you love yourself and that you will be there for yourself no matter what. It's that simple. You can say them out loud or in your head. I will say mine in my head. We're going to breathe in and breathe out, and then we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and breathe out. And you can affirm to yourself now. Keep affirming to yourself. Keep repeating it over and over. And make sure you feel it. That's when the real stuff happens. Remember? Thoughts and emotions. Make sure you feel it. Exhale, imagine that your affirmation is leaving your mouth, and exhale. Into the universe. It will return. Right, now let's show some gratitude for the moment. We're going to say thank you 7 times. You can say it out loud or to yourself. You can say thank you for the moment. Thank you for your family, for love, for peace, for yourself, for me, for the day, or for nothing at all. Just say thank you and open your heart like a gate. Imagine that your heart is a gate, and when you open it, a bright light fills you up, comes out. As you say thank you, you show gratitude for life. You can say it out loud or in your head. In 3, then breathe in and then breathe out. In 3, 2, 1, breathe in and breathe out. And say thank you. Imagine your heart as a gate. Thank you. Thank you. out. And on my count, don't worry, on my count. And then we can open our eyes and come back to this reality. In 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And breathe out. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and return to the physical world. Thank you. Yes, Lord. Welcome back. Welcome back to the physical world. I don't like to say the real world because every world that you can experience is real to you. Every world that I experience is real to me. Some worlds I visit, some worlds I'm a resident. Like this world, the physical world that I'm in, my body, my life. I'm a resident here. I live here for now. You can go into the dream world, you can go into the astral world, you can go into your mental world. There's many worlds that you can travel into. Speak to ancient yogis, they'll tell you. You can travel to different planets. You can sense it. You can feel it and sense it. It exists to you. And truly, all we ever really know is what we can sense with our physical senses and our sixth sense. But that's all we ever experience. What our mind says we experience and what our heart says we experience. And that's our reality. So saying that there's only this reality is saying that the other things that you experience don't actually exist. But how is that logical? Because you only experience this reality through the same mechanism in your brain that you experience these other realities in. So by logic, the things that you experience in your dream via your brain are as real as the things that you experience in this physical world via your body into your brain. Does that make sense? Because the brain is the headquarters of all these worlds that we can travel, all these things that we can feel. It's the headquarters. It's in your head, of course. It's not all there is, though, because as we were saying, there's the emotional level, the experiential level, where you experience things and you have emotions. And then the headquarters says, oh no, this is what's happening here. It's the meaning-making mechanism. Meaning-making mechanism. I like that. I'm going to use that later. It's the meaning-making mechanism. That's your head. That's your brain. It defines what something means to you. It defines what an experience means to you. So it says, oh, this is what we're feeling in our body or in our spirit, in our energy. This is what it means. So this is what we have to do. And you can always change that. That's why we're so powerful. And we can be powerful in a positive way or in a negative way to ourselves and to other people. Think about it. This is why I had once said on one of the videos that I made that people like Hitler, for example, and I know I'm getting very close to Kanye West levels when I speak about Hitler, but people like Hitler and Nelson Mandela or Gandhi or whomever these great people are, the thing that they had in common most was their conviction to what they believed, was their conviction to their story. And all the great people that you can ever study, if someone did something great up in life, they had high level conviction to whatever story that they chose to believe. And that caused them to act in whatever way that they acted. Hitler fully believed that Jewish people and other people are lower class citizens and they deserve to be extinct. And so there's an experience that caused him to believe that story. And he was convicted in that story and anchored himself in it. And then his behaviors followed. Mandela fully believed that black people deserved freedom, at least political freedom, so that they can get education. There was experience that caused that in him, that story. And he was convicted to it. And his actions led to it. experience that made you believe that story in your head, and your convictions make you act in that way. The trick about it, and the beautiful thing is, you can literally believe anything. Anything. And based on the laws of the universe, you can believe you can fly also. Your body might not agree with you immediately. But in terms of other things, like, you can literally believe anything you want. And you can reverse engineer it and find an experience that affirms what you believe. And then convict yourself in that belief. And then your actions will automatically follow. You can believe you are the best singer in South Africa. And I know one of you guys is an artist here. I know mostly artists do this kind of stuff, this meditation stuff. Because artists have to feel in general like we're more receptive as artists, because the stuff comes from outside and has to, art. So I know one of y'all can sing or does art or whatever. So if you believe in yourself and I'm the best what in South Africa, and then you find experiences that agree with you, and then you choose to convict yourself to that belief, automatically your behaviors will naturally follow. And eventually you will become the best whatever in South Africa. Think of Brenda Fassie. She believed she was the thing. And the experiences that she had felt at the time confirmed that. Because ain't nobody else was doing it like her. No one had that room as she did. And she saw that. That made her convict herself in the belief that she is the it girl. And then her actions followed. And then once her actions followed, there were more experiences that confirmed that initial belief. So then it becomes a cycle. This is why we get caught in cycles. Because our beliefs are this, and they're confirmed by an experience, and then our actions recreate experiences that confirm our beliefs, and then our beliefs confirm our actions, and our actions make experiences which confirm the belief, which cause more actions over and over and over again until we die, if we don't disrupt the pattern. But just as it can work in a bad way for you, it can work in the best of ways for you. Just as it works in bad ways for some people, you can literally convert your brain and think you are the best. You are worthy. You are whatever the fuck. I don't care what you believe. Because I can't change what you believe. That's your job. But I'm telling you, you can literally believe anything. And when I say anything, listen to me. Anything. And if you confirm the experiences and convict yourself to that belief and act as if, and you do that long enough, it will be the truth. It will be the reality. I swear this to you. This is how people become famous. This is how people become successful. This is how people heal their generational bloodlines. Because they're fully convicted in a particular belief, which causes their actions to be certain types of actions, which causes their experiences to be certain types of experiences, which then causes their beliefs to be even more convicted into their minds. So use that cycle. That's the cycle of life. That's the cycle of humans in general. So use that cycle. I want to say to trick yourself, but rather to reprogram yourself to believe anything that you want to believe. Like if you think you're playing small in life right now, in whatever field that you're in, start to say, I am that girl. I am that guy. I'm him. Start to say that to yourself, whatever that means to you. And then look for the experiences that confirm that. The smallest things, it can starts very small and then it builds up. So if you start saying, I am the best accountant at work, and then you start to look at the smallest details between your accounting and your partner's accounting, and your co-worker's accounting rather, and you say, no man, the way he puts his ledgers is very messy, and there's there's no one in this office that puts the ledgers in the way that I put it, and this is the most efficient way, so I must be the best here. Start to confirm that with your beliefs, or confirm your experience with the belief, and connect it, and then connect the emotion as well. And then eventually, your actions will start to show, where now you're going to your boss as this accountant that thinks he's the best, and that actually put in work to become the best. And you say, boss, this is better than you won't say this obviously, not in this way, but like, I think this is the best work that this place has. Your boss is going to look at it and be like, in his mind, he's like, damn, this is actually some good shit. And he'll give you a task. Of course, bosses like to test people. He'll give you a task and say, okay, do this. And because you already believe you're the best, you're like, easy stuff. Or if it's hard, you're like, I'm the best, so I have to be able to do this. And then you do it to the best of your ability. And you're like, boss, this is the best thing you've ever seen. And your boss reads it, he's like, well, goddamn, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Promotion. And now you're higher than the people that you were busy with. Why? Because you started to believe that you're the best. And you started to look for confirmation that you're the best. And then you started to act as if you're the best. And take bold decisions. And be brave and courageous. Go to your boss with this stuff. These are things that the people around you are just not doing. So then you become that person. Simply because you're doing different things. Because you believe differently. And henceforth you act differently. Because you're convicted in a certain type of conviction. And this goes for everything. Now it gets a little more difficult the higher up you go, because the higher up you go in the ranks, the more people you find that have actually figured this out, or that naturally just had it anyway. So then you have to put in more work and believe new things. But our minds are they're malleable. We can shape our minds with our minds. It's very ironic. It's crazy. It's cool. You can use your mind to shape what you believe, like a Rubik's Cube. Until your reality is showing what you believe in your head. Don't stop. Until your reality is exactly what you said it must be. Do not stop. Because if you stop, then you'll just have to start all over again from scratch. You feel me? But the point is, you can fool yourself into being the best version of yourself ever. But simultaneously, you can fool yourself into being the worst version of yourself ever. Don't let that happen to you. Be the best. And it's not best as in you have to climb the corporate ladder or you have to be a superstar. In abantu bayo lonto. You can be the best brother there is. You can be the best sister that you can be. You can be the best father, mother, friend, lover, churchgoer that you can be. The point is to know that you can change your mind on purpose and convict yourself to living a higher order life. Convict yourself to living a higher, I don't know the words. Convict yourself to living better, man. And put in the work to do it. The work being just take the steps. And you'll get there. That's how you get to places. You take steps, you walk, and then you get there, or you drive. You're taking steps towards a particular destination. And you will get to your destination unless you stop the car, or unless you stop walking. Then you're going to stay in the same place. Unless you turn back, then you're going to go back. But if you keep going forward, whether it takes you a day, half a day, 3 days, if you do not stop. How long it takes is up to you and your conviction and the people around you and what they believe in their conviction. Because the people around you, it's like traffic. People around you can slow you down. You're still going to get there, but the traffic is going to slow you down. So the question is, are the people around you driving tractors? Or are they driving Lamborghinis? And what are you driving? And what do you want to drive? If you want to drive a Lamborghini, unless you already have one, suku yohlala ezilalini, because the odds are, especially if you're still building your wealth, the odds are you're not gonna have people in your life that will give you the keys on how to get that Lamborghini. If you want to drive a Lamborghini, start by hanging out with people who drive a Mercedes. So then they rub off on you. You get keys and you listen. You don't even have to speak to these people as long as you're in their vicinity. Drops of ideas come to you, and just their energy is infectious. Everyone's energy is infectious. So spend time, if you want a Lamborghini, spend time with people with a Porsche. And then from Porsche you go to Merc, from Merc you go to this, from this you go to this, and eventually you get to Lamborghini. But if you're spending time with people that drive Toyotas and you want a Lamborghini, you might still get your Lamborghini. It's going to take a while because you're not used to driving luxury cars, and no one around you knows even where to buy a luxury car. So the odds are you might stay stuck at a Toyota and you'll die with your Lamborghini dreams. Point is, find people that believe the same way that you do, not necessarily the same things, but that believe the same way that you do, that think in a similar way, but people that are slightly ahead of you in the game so that it pushes you forward. And once you get to your destination, once you have your Lamborghini, then you can move to Eslalini, where you can buy your tractor and drive around in your tractor, if that's what you want. Because sometimes people don't want a Lamborghini, sometimes people want a tractor. So if you want a tractor, then don't hang around people that have Lamborghinis. Go to where the tractors are. Anyway, I'm going to start rambling. I'm already on the tangent. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, my nigga? I hope everything I'm saying makes sense. Give me some likes or let me know in the comments if the things that are coming out of my mouth are making sense to your brain. Because they make sense to me. So I just need them to make sense to you. Because then what's the point of me saying this on this live, right? Just please let me know in the comments really quick before we call it a day that these things are making sense to your head, and that you're writing them down and jotting them down, like belief, experience, emotion, conviction, connection, action, cycle, repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's what I want you to go home with today. If anything, forget the Lamborghini and the tractor stuff. Just that process of choose a belief, a new belief, connect an emotion and an experience to it, and then allow yourself to do the actions that are required, and then repeat that. Reinforce that belief, reinforce the emotions and experiences, reinforce the actions, and then stay consistent with it until. And if you're not consistent, find somebody to help you be consistent. Let me know if it makes sense. Aurora says it makes sense. Alright, if you're new here, please do join our WhatsApp group where I share these meditations, I share the replays, I share it before we go on live, and also share information on the chakras that we're working on. Soon enough, I'll share more information. I'm just trying to figure out how to structure this information so that it's nice and easily digestible for people to actually use, because I don't like having information that's like overwhelming. I like to have it in the most simplest form that I can put it in, so that you can be like, oh, step one is this, let me take the first step, so that you're not inactive with so much information but you can't do anything with it. Click the link in my bio if you want to join this WhatsApp group, and let's get it popping. This is what I'm saying. You want a Lamborghini, chill with Lamborghini people. You want a tractor, chill with tractor people. We are healing people. If you want healing, chill with us. If you want growth, chill with us. If you want a clearer vision in your life, chill with us. If you want to figure out what your purpose is, chill with us. If you want to drop your anxiety and depression, chill with us. This is the stuff that we do. So join our WhatsApp group. Click the link in the bio, and it will take you through it. Very simple, very easy, and we can get it popping for the month of for the month of December, for the rest of it, as well as for the year of 2023. I also have a program in January that will help you clarify your vision, your intention, and your purpose. It's called the VIP program, VIP, Vision, Intention, Purpose. If you of these things in your life, if you think you don't have a clear vision, a clear intention for next year, or a clear purpose for your life, we're going to help you do that. Join the WhatsApp group and DM me if you think that's something that you need. If it's something that you already have but you don't think it's strong enough yet, there's something that's just blocking you, join the WhatsApp group. We'll strengthen it, we'll clarify it, we'll remove all the stuff that is in your way and get you to be clear about what you are, who you are, why you are. Why are you alive? Why are you here on this earth? Why? What are you here to do? Zotini apa? Zotini apa? You know, if you don't know the answer to that question, join our WhatsApp group right now and DM me and we can clarify what that answer is for you. I'm not going to give you the answer. The answer's in you already. I'm just going to help you remove the stuff that's blocking your vision. It's the VIP program. If you're interested, join the WhatsApp group. DM me. I will answer you. Trust me. And I'll give you all the information that I needed. Alright, it is now 13 minutes past 8 o'clock. Njengoba niselapha nina abantu bakhoyo anisasebenzi guys, uphelele umsebenzi. Oh, you need to be working. I'm joking. I'm myself, but this is my work. So anyway, thank you so much for joining this live meditation. We will be here same time tomorrow. Wednesday morning I will not be available. I'll put that in the group. I'll let you guys know there. But tomorrow morning we are here 7 o'clock. See a meditator, still doing heart chakra meditations. And what I want you to do for tomorrow, as we're doing this heart chakra meditations, I want you to try and focus on a particular thing, a particular someone, or a particular experience that you felt that you're very grateful for. Gratitude really opens up your heart. And while we're doing the meditation, I would like you to focus on that experience or on that person so that you can actually open yourself up and feel your heart. All right. Thank you so much for joining.